Hi everybody! Today we're going to draw my grumpy bear cub character, which is based on simple shapes. I'm going to show you how to draw it step by step, but the idea is not for yours to look exactly like mine. Everybody's drawings will look different, and that's exactly what we want. And you'll have lots of chances to change your bear as we go along and to make it really individual. All you'll need is an A4 sheet of paper or a pad like I have, and a pencil, a rubber, and any kind of black pen that you have. So it could be a felt tip pen or a fine liner, or even if you don't have black, a dark color will be absolutely fine. We're going to draw nice and lightly in pencil, and then when we draw over in black pen, we can change anything that we don't like. Anything we want to adjust about our drawings will just change. So you don't need to be rubbing out as we go along. Just focus on your drawing and don't worry, because it will turn out really well in the end. So we're going to start with an oval shape, which will be roughly where my hand is. We need to leave enough space at the top over here for our bear's head. So we're aiming for an oval shape roughly here. I'm going to draw some little curves to help me get my oval right, but you might find it easier to just go ahead and draw your oval shape straight away. So however you want to do it, you do it. And I'm going to turn my paper around. When we draw curves, it's really good to keep turning your page around, because our elbows are kind of like a hinge, so our arms naturally go that way. And if you're left-handed, it would be the opposite way. When you've done your drawings, it would be fantastic if you could post them online or get your parents to post them, because I'd love to see them and I'd love to repost them. But I will give you the details about that later on. So anything I'm not sure is right, I'll just correct it. I don't need to rub out at this stage. So that's my oval shape done. If I move too fast, just keep pausing me. So now we need to find the point right at the top middle of our oval shape and just go a tiny bit to the right and draw a little marker like that. This is a guide for where we're going to draw our next shape, which will be the starting point for our head. And another one here. So I'd just like you to notice that that's quite a big space between the two. Notice where those two marks are in relation to your bear's body, because we need to make the head big enough. From those two marks, we're going to draw a squished kind of oval shape. I'm just going to turn my page around again. Right, let's see if that looks right. Yeah, that looks about right to me. Okay, so you do a shape roughly like that. And then we're going to draw the bear's snout. So I need you to do another little marker like this, pretty close to that shape you've just drawn. And we need to kind of guess where our nose is going to be. And this, we can just change it if we get it wrong. So I'm going to draw a little curve. I'm going to guess that's where my nose will be. And then we can join these up with a lovely little curve. And then we can draw another curve from your original shape. Well, I think that's kind of okay, actually. So that is your bear's snout. At the moment, it might look a bit like a beak. That's just because we have this line here, and we're not going to keep that line. So it will eventually look like a bear, I promise you. Next, for the ears, we're going to draw 2 dots as a guide to where to draw our ears from. But just notice that these 2 dots aren't right in the middle of your original head circle shape. They're a little bit over this way to the right. Now you can draw your ear differently from me if you want to. But just remember, we do want this to look like a bear. So the ears probably shouldn't be too big. So that's how I like to draw my ear. And I'm going to draw another similar shape inside. So it's as if we're seeing into the bear's ear. And then the ear on the other side, the other ear rather, is going to be coming from behind the head. So it's a very, very simple little curve. That's all we have to do for that. And then the eye. So where you've got this join here, you've got your original shape and the line coming out for the snout. It's close to that you're drawing your eye. So you draw just another oval shape for the eye. And then an oval shape inside the eye. Now you don't need to colour in this eye. Wait till we go over in black and then we'll talk about that. And you can draw in a nose. So you might like to make yours a triangle shape, or you can follow the kind of shape that I'm doing, which is a very kind of soft curved triangle, if that makes sense. Right, so there, hopefully yours are starting to look like bears. We'll do the tail next. The tail will be small and it's going to go just across here. We'll start by drawing the rough shape of it very lightly. So it's going to go from above your body line, round, and kind of join your body line. Does that make sense? So we'll get a bit thicker towards the end of the tail. Just like that. And we've got one more difficult bit to do. I'd like you to draw a little mark here. This will be the start of our leg. So you're halfway down your bear's body. Just go in a bit and a little mark there. And we're going to draw this curve, and it's going to more or less reflect the curve that you did for the body. But I'm going to make my leg get a bit thicker as I go down. So this can be tricky. So remember, just draw nice and lightly, then just change it as much as you need to change it. So I think that's roughly my leg shape. Then we'll draw the other side of the leg. So we're going to go from that point halfway down your body. And we're going to come out slightly as we go along, just slightly. Down to here. So I'm down to near the tip of my tail. Now I'll turn my page around and draw in a curve for my foot. So now I've got to almost the bottom of my tail, level with it. And I'm going to use the edge of the pad again to help me draw a straight line. And that is my foot coming from behind my tail. So if yours didn't quite work out, just lightly in pencil, make any adjustments that you need. Then when you go over in pen, you can just choose the right lines to go over. We're also going to have 3 claws. 1, 2, 3. And we can make those look a bit thicker and sharper once we go over in pen. So have we done everything? I think we've done everything we need to do in pencil. I'm just going to draw in an apple. Oh, we haven't done the eyebrows actually. We'll do that in a minute. I like to draw something here, so I'm going to draw an apple, but you could draw something different. You might like to draw whatever food you're fancying at the moment. Okay, there's my apple. Right, eyebrows. So these are the most important things to show your character's personalities, whichever character you're drawing. Even if it's a slice of pizza character, it needs to have eyebrows. So it's really bad that I almost forgot them. Now, I'd like mine to look grumpy, so I'm going to draw an eyebrow going across the eye. And it kind of looks furry. Here's a chance to make your drawing different. You might like to do a completely different style of eyebrow. Just experiment lightly in pencil, see what kind of expression it gives your character. Then you can always change it if you want to. Right, so I'd like you to carry on following me and grab your black pen or your dark pen or whatever you have. So I'm going to attempt to not keep putting my hand over my pen because I don't want to smudge it. But as it's curved, I will need to keep turning the page around. When I draw over my back, I'm going to draw furry lines in. Now you could draw it smooth if you want to, you could do it the same as me, or you might like to have spiky fur or lots of little lines. However you want to get that furry look, you do it your own way. And remember now, correct anything that you weren't too happy with. And we can continue that line all the way around the tail. I might just get a bit more furry as I go. Okay, so I've gone from my back all the way around to my tail. Now I will complete the tail. That's it. Right, so well done, guys. This is actually quite a difficult thing to draw. It's more difficult than it looks. I think we'll start to work on the head now, just so I don't smudge this pen I've just done. Now, I draw my head just smooth without the furry lines, but you could add in fur. That's it. I'm going to go over my ear. And you can just carry on going around your bear's face and doing the eyes and the eyebrows. Okay. Oh yes, so don't colour in your eye yet. That's something I need to talk to you about. So I'll show you how I do it. What is really, really important in all your characters is to leave a little bit of white in the eye. So that looks like a sparkle of light and it makes your character look alive. So I'm going to leave a bit of white here. I'm going to colour it in a bit kind of scribbly and comic-y and leave that little bit of white. And actually I'm going to do the same on the nose because we want the nose to look shiny. So you choose where you want a little white bit and then colour in the rest. I'm just going to do my eyebrow first. Okay, so that, am I happy with that? I'll just make that a bit smoother, the white bit that's left. Yeah, that's it. Right, so all that's left is to go over the right side of the body. We do need to draw this curve around here. Just remember not to draw this line in here. We don't need that one. Remember, if you want to add in furry lines, you absolutely can. Oops. it, and I'll draw my foot in. And now when we draw our claws, we can really use the pen to get a nice effect, depending on if you have a thick pen or thin pen. So if you have a thin pen, you might like to just draw the shape of the claw you want and kind of colour it in. So that's my claws, and I've just got my apple to go over now. Now remember, this is your drawing, so kids always ask me at this stage if they can colour it in. Yeah, of course you can. What you need to do next, so once your pen has dried, you need to rub out your pencil very gently. Please be careful, hold your paper nice and firmly, because we don't want your pages to get all scrumpled up now. The last thing we want is you to ruin your drawings, because I'm sure they look absolutely amazing. Also, kids always ask me if they can draw in the background. Yeah, you can make that into a whole page, a whole story with other characters if you want to. You can draw anything you like. Also, if you want to colour it, so you don't have to colour it. If you want to colour it, I suggest you use coloured pencils instead of pens, because pens can smudge your ink and kind of make it run. Right, so that is it, apart from I'm going to draw in some body texture. Now here's another chance for you to kind of do yours differently if you want to. I'm just going to grab another pen quickly. Yeah, so whatever kind of furry marks you want to make, you make it individual to you, but I'm going to show you what I do, which is a kind of soft, zigzaggy kind of look. And then I just do that in rows, and some of the zigzags overlap the other ones. And I just do this on the body, and then it kind of peters out. So it's not actually on the foot, but there's lots of it on the tail. I won't do the whole thing, but I will just do enough so you can get the idea. So if you want to do it like mine, you can. I switched to a thinner pen for this, but you don't have to. You can just see what effect you want to get. So imagine I've gone all the way down to the leg. So I'll carry on, and then it will become just little lines like that, which will look better obviously with the pencil rubbed out. And then it will just go to nothing, because there wouldn't be lots of heavy fur on the feet. Okay guys, thank you so much for drawing with me, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please, could you get your parents to post your drawings for you on Twitter or Instagram? And then if you put my handle in, I'll be able to see them. And then I'll be able to repost them, because I'd really love to see them. So my Twitter and Instagram handle is @EmilyFella. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.